Ha! You thought this was an Apex video, but in fact, it is not. So you see I have pulled a fast one on you. But in fact, I have pulled like a double fast one on you, because this is actually just a normal Apex video. And I just lied to you. So, you know, that makes me really clever, because I lied to you, and you believed me. That's a thing. So you can see this is a match against Sui. He's a really good player. You can tell from his box that he's all ready for Hilda to come out. This is the 8th week of Season 6, so Hilda is not out yet. She is about to come out, and you can see that Sui is all ready for her. He of course has Light of Genesis and Mariel on his side, but he's also still using Arian Rod. Arian Rod is still a really scary unit. I just have a hard time dealing with her, so you can see that I banned her 3rd. My second ban here was D-Lit plus Shelf Anneal. Honestly, I probably should have just left D-Lit alone. I'm still not completely used to Lancer Landius, but one of the problems with Lancer Landius is that he gets one-shot by D-Lit. If there's a big enough stat difference, then Landius can survive D-Lit, then it's generally not going to happen high in the ladder, and certainly not against a player like Sui. Anyway, neither one of them is going to matter in this match because, like you saw, I banned both of them. But that means I have to deal with the terrible glory combo, which is Light of Genesis and Mariel. I think this match will be a pretty good demonstration of how strong these two characters are, because even without Elwyn around to buff them, they are still going to exert a crazy amount of pressure on me. And assassins are always a big problem for me because my box isn't super resistant to assassins. I mean, I brought Redeemers on Chris here, which allows her to revive once. But bringing Redeemers on Chris really lowers her damage way too much. And because of that, in matches like this, when my opponent picks a lot of assassins, I'm just in a lot of trouble because my box is very slow, but not the type of slow where I can slowly walk up to my enemy. At least if my opponent knows how to ban a very specific way, which Sui does. So you can see I'm kind of leaving a lot of characters behind, lining them up in a way so that I can try to body block things with Landius and Layden. I should also note that one of the other issues these days with dealing with assassins is the fact that Zerda with the Crystal Dagger can just one-shot tanks sometimes. Especially a tank like Layden, who is actually not that tanky. Layden relies a lot on his troops to tank his hits for him. So really the only threat Layden has against that Zerda is the fact that he can revive. And I have Rosensteel to help ensure that. So he gets a Tenyo Breeze on his Mariel here, and it just makes the game a lot worse for me. Because there's basically nowhere left on the map that I can hide from Mariel with this. After Mariel engages, she gets extra movement from her 3-cost passive. So she's going to attack once, and then after that she's going to have like 9 movement. And of course Mariel pierces guard once as well. So this game is already looking kind of bad for me. So I can't really do anything except for put up recost on Rosen so that she doesn't die. And of course you can see here that Tensei Jessica is just casting Strengthen a lot, because she can just use her Act Again to refresh the cooldown very quickly. So it's not like Strengthen on a lot of other characters where it's like you can only really be powering up one character at a time. You can see that Tensei Jessica is doing a perfectly fine job powering up both herself and Mariel. So there's not a whole lot of moves left for me to make, so I just pull in Landius and hope I can kill that Zerda with Chris. But Sui knows what I'm up to, so he casts Miracle here. So you can see that Chris decides to utterly disappoint me. That Miracle was a very good move on Sui's part. You can see that Chris actually nearly killed Zerda. And of course the reason that happened was because even though Redeemers are terrible at damage, he is using Demon Soldiers. But yeah, needless to say, with that missed kill, there's really nothing I can do. And honestly, even if I got that kill, I think I still would be in some trouble. Because, of course, Mariel charges in, takes out Rachel, and the 2 tanks I have left over certainly isn't going to be doing enough damage to Mariel. And even if I had taken out Mariel, I'm not entirely sure I would have been able to find the opportunity to kill the rest of his team. So yeah, Mariel OP.